extremely high-class athlete.
No doubt about that. But, you know, one of the things that I appreciate most when you see athletes go after each other in a championship battle is the mutual respect they gain from one another.
Exactly. All right, Irvin, I want to remind everybody that coming up, we have got 2 fights that you might want to remember here on CBS Sports Saturday. In 3 weeks, you're going to see Sean O'Grady, who was recently stripped of one of the lightweight championships of the world, in the ring against Howard Davis. Now, Davis was one of the United States stars at the Montreal Olympics, but he did not soar to the top as many expected. That should be a very entertaining fight. Again, in 3 weeks, it will be Sean O'Grady against Howard Davis. Then in 4 weeks, you'll see one of those Olympics champions who did get to the top, Michael Spinks, the younger brother of Leon, who of course is now the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. He'll be in the ring here on CBS Sports Saturday against Von Zell Johnson. 2 fights, write them down. 3 weeks it's O'Grady, 4 weeks Michael Spinks. Now let's send you back to the stadium and the game you're enjoying here on CBS.
There's our score at halftime. 14-all in San Diego Stadium. We'll be back with more of this game after this word from your local station. The New Orleans Saints, who have won 1 game, had a tough time today against the Eagles, who are the only unbeaten, untied team in the NFL, 31-14. Yeah, the Eagles are playing very well.
Yeah, they're playing very well. Plus, they're winning the games that they should win. And good football teams do that, Gary. They take the opportunity to gang up on the Eagles. I mean, on the Saints there, and then they punched them out 31-14.
George Rogers had 124 yards in that game. Ron Jaworski, 15 of 28, 207 yards. And Jaworski's improving every year. Now, a game of real interest in the AFC Central. Pittsburgh defeated Cleveland. And in that game, Brian Sipe was out with a concussion. Paul McDonald had to come in and replace him at quarterback. Pittsburgh, after losing the first 2, they're back to their familiar way of winning.
Yeah, they're 4-2 now, and more importantly, they beat Cleveland, who is, I think, the #1 nemesis in their division. And losing Brian Sipe, you know, if you have a concussion, it's one thing to get knocked out of a game, but when you have a concussion, it affects you for several weeks. And a quarterback to have a concussion, that's a dangerous injury to that team.
And in that division now, Cleveland is 2-4. The other 3 teams in the Central Division are 4-2. New England and the Jets. New England is hard to figure out. The Jets, likewise, they've started coming back as they won it 28-24.
That was at New York, and I'm really surprised. There's got to be something going on here in New England. I don't understand that.
All right, a game that certainly affects this division that Minnesota's in. Tampa Bay winning today. They'll remain in first place, maybe by themselves, depending on the outcome of this game, as they were tied with Minnesota. Doug Williams had 167 yards in that game. Okay, Washington, Joe Gibbs winning his first game 24-7.
Yeah, he's a Don Coryell disciple. It's about time they got things going back there.
Listen to this. Walter Payton had 5 carries for 5 yards. Cincinnati over Baltimore. And I'll tell you, the job that Forrest Gregg is doing for the Bengals, that may be one of the biggest surprises of the year, the way they're rolling.
Well, they got the new helmets. That'll help.
Houston, with a 35-17 win. They're 4-2 now in that Central Division. The Snake had 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to Campbell, 2 of them to Ken Burrows. And Kansas City, Oakland. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. 27-0. Now listen to this. The last time a team was shut out 3 consecutive times, I can't believe the statistic. 1943, the old Brooklyn Dodgers of the old NFL.
And Al Davis, he'll break records left and right, won't he?
That's an incredible thing. Now, Detroit leading Denver, and of course, Denver is tied with San Diego in the AFC West. And in that game, Denver had the lead early, and then Detroit came roaring back. Billy Sims scored on a 48-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard run. Morton threw a 40-yard touchdown pass, but the difference is a 55-yard interception return by Alvin Hall.
That's about as many points I've seen in the first half scored on Denver this year.
Well, the Giants lost to Green Bay. Figure it out. St. Louis beat Dallas. Now, who's winning? The Giants are winning this week. And the Giants have a field goal of 41 yards from Danilo. Phil Simms with 2 touchdown passes. And San Francisco at half was leading Dallas 24-7. We'll be back with this game all tied up. Up after a 36-yard interception by Big Hands Johnson. Chuck Muncie taking it in.
Yeah, it's very important here. This really helped the momentum of San Diego. After you get a good defensive play like that, you really want to capitalize right off the bat and get the ball in the end zone.
Then the Vikings came back to tie it up, and what a remarkable play Ricky Young made on this pass.
I'll tell you, when I see something like this, reminds you of Gale Sayers of old. Watch 32. He doesn't even move, but he still gets by him. That's a great effort by Ricky Young.
And Young took it in. It was 7-7 at that stage. And the Vikings then were able to take the lead on this pass from Kramer to Ted Brown.
Yeah, I think this is a drop coverage right here, Gary. And falling into the zone, he had to come out of the game for a little cramp.
But then Fouts put it up, and 60 yards later, Scales scored.
It's amazing. Look at that pass. We thought it was a blimp going up. This is an excellent play, excellent concentration on Dwight's part.
And that's the reason that San Diego is such a threat, because Fouts has those people who will go after the football. There's evidence there by Dwight Scales.
Right.
I don't think anything surprised us in this first half, has it?
I don't think so. Both teams started out slow. It was only 7-7 at the end of the first half. A lot of people expected to be 20-0 or 20-20 at the end of the first half. But both teams, like I said, I think the best football is ahead of us.
That's the thing about San Diego. They have been a slow-starting team many times. But, interesting point that was made yesterday is the Vikings kind of like to play catch-up football, too. They don't like to have that lead like last week.
They've won a lot of games in the last 2 minutes of a lot of games.
We're ready to go in the second half. Bernershka kicking off. Marty McDowell fumbles the ball. McDowell playing in place of the injured Eddie Payton, and he's going to make it out to the 15, and that's all. Marty McDowell. Tell you, when Payton goes down, they have a lot of people they have to come in with, both punt and kickoff returns. Payton had the ice on the knee in the first half. We will not see him the rest of the afternoon.
I think Hank Bauer is a little shaken up. He's had a lot of duty today running down on kicks.
Hank Bauer, who has sparse hair on top, I guess you'd say he's bald-headed, has gone down there every time and just kamikaze style. What an interesting guy he is.
It'll be interesting to see now the type of offense Kramer brings out of his own territory here.
And from the 15-yard line, Sammy White goes in motion. 14 all our score. Kramer scrambling around, gets it off to Sammy White. White makes a major league move out to the 24-yard line, a couple of yards short. And again, Kramer negated the rush by moving around.
He moves around just enough to give himself some opportunity to see his coverage and to throw the football. It's a pass all the way. He's not going anywhere. He gets good pass blocking up front, takes a look to the right. He sees Louis coming in here and then scrambles around just to get in the open area and sees his guy down the field and gets the ball over to Sammy.
Sammy White did a good job after that, picking up 9 yards. It'll be second down 1 from the 24-yard line. This Minnesota team trying to fight out of a bad field position as we start the second half. Kramer to Ted Brown, and he's not going to get the first down. Louis Belcher. You can hear the crowd. Louis.
Here they go for Louis. Yeah, that's his territory.
He came back from a severe knee injury last year. And what makes it so remarkable, both he and Russ Washington, is they're such huge men. That's hard to rehabilitate a knee.
Yeah, that's a credit to the doctors, a credit to the rehabilitation, and above all, it's a credit to the people who fight back through all of the hardships that injuries give you.
He's been in the Pro Bowl 3 of the last 4 years. Third down, still a yard to go for Minnesota. Kramer with time, lots of time. And he can't find anybody open. Ted Brown was the man he threw to, but he didn't want to go there.
Yeah, I think Tommy might have had, from my angle up here, Tommy might have had a little bit of trouble seeing over Louis.
And so the drive stalls. The Vikings will have to kick the football. That's one of the few times that their initial series didn't pick up some ground for him. And now back to kick will be Greg Coleman. Wes Chandler deep for San Diego. Just underway in the second half. Freddie Dreyer and Gary Bender with you. And what a game we have unfolding here. Coleman hits a very high kick. Chandler fair catch at the 32-yard line. So at the 32, San Diego will trot out their team. The Era Coryell machinery will be put into motion. And a nervous Minnesota defense sets up. They escaped unscathed in the waning seconds of that first half. Division titles the last 2 years. Chuck Muncie Muncie's got a block. And he moves across the 35 to the 37. Kellen Winslow threw the block for the play, and it'll bring up a second down and 3 yards to go.
Gary, he had they came out with 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage that time.
Well, they use Sievers a lot. They really like him. 4th-round draft pick out of Maryland. It was a real find for him. Big guy, 6'4", 234 pounds.
They like his blocking, that's for sure.
He was in a run-oriented offense at Maryland. Didn't really catch that many passes. Second down. Let's make it 4 yards to go. Fouts to Muncie. Muncie with Duck White on him. That'll be 2 yards short of the first down at the 40 and bring up a 3rd down.
You know, by using 2 tight ends, it gets the linebackers out of the middle and on to the tight ends themselves. So it occupies a lot of people. And by running the football, especially Chuck up the middle, he may be able to break into the open there in the secondary.
You played both these teams in the preseason. Did you get any notions about them at that time, or does the preseason tell you that much?
It doesn't tell you that much, really. I mean, everybody's playing everybody in preseason, so you just have to wait till the season starts.
From the 40-yard line, 3rd down, a long 2. Joyner, he had to wait on the ball. He got it. First down. Covering was Willie Teal. That ball was just a little underthrown, but they got it there anyway.
Those receivers do a great job. Here's Joyner going down. He's reading as he's going. Makes the break and goes to the open area. He goes behind the linebackers and in front of Willie Teal. Great play.
Again, the possession-type receiver. The excellent patterns being run by Charlie Joyner. Now Ken Sanders is coming to defensive end. Mark Mullaney comes out. First down, short of the 40. Ken Sanders, a former Detroit Lion. Fouts, far side, Scales. He's hit immediately by Turner. Turner converging in a hurry. And Turner now playing that cornerback spot full time. He was the man last year who had 6 interceptions to lead the team, which tied him for 4th in the NFC. And there is Scales out of Grambling. Scales from Grambling was a teammate of Sammy White at that time.
I think everybody somewhere down the line is related. You know that?
Related or teammates anyway. Fouts, 12 of 23, 184 yards. Next Sunday, St. Louis, Atlanta. The Cardinals struggling today against the Giants. Second down, 7. Muncie breaks the tackle. 25, 20. Muncie to the 15. Got Muncie with Willie Teal eventually making the stop. The White Scales a little shaken up on the play as he was throwing a block for him.
The White Scales is very impressive. Wilkerson comes out and really puts one on the cornerback, and Chuck does a great job of getting by hand, and he cuts upfield. And when he gets square upfield, he is powerhouse. It's just a great play.
Look at that big hand, how wrapped it is, a fractured left hand. He had that out in front.
That doesn't seem to hurt his running, does it?
22-yard pickup. Muncie now with 47 yards. Fouts. Joyner had it for a moment and then was really belted. Hit by Studwell, 55. Scott Studwell really belted him.
Fouts had to pick himself up off the ground on that one. He really took a shot.
Riley Joyner's not all that big. Studwell weighs 224. The reason he was drafted so low, he was a defensive lineman in college. Weighed about 260 pounds, so he's really gotten the weight down.
You know, as we said earlier in the first half, they send everybody out of the backfield. What it does is it leaves Fouts vulnerable to get hit from the blind side.
And he did there. 2nd and 10 from the 15. Fouts now going to be sacked. Outside the 20 to the 21. That's the first sack for the Vikings. And is their 10th of the year. Matt Blair got it.
Blair did a great job of coming on the 34. Fouts drops back, is looking to his left. Doesn't even see Blair, really, but he held the ball a little bit too long. That's a credit to the secondary for the good coverage they had.
So that's the 10th sack that the Chargers have given up. And his 10 sacks that Minnesota's picked up this season. Ross back outside to the 21. Bud Grant just very casually standing over there.
I can't believe it. There could be a typhoon coming through, and he wouldn't bother him at all.
3rd down and 15. Fouts. And Scales, the intended receiver, he had gotten away from John Turner And now Rolf Bernerska, who missed a 31-yard attempt in the waning seconds of the first half, will have another one to attempt. He missed a 30-yarder earlier this year against Kansas City. Now a 31-yarder, and this looks like this will be from 39 yards away.
Yeah, Rolf doesn't miss very often, and the interesting thing about his personality and his type of person he is, he's completely recovered now from the Crohn's disease he had, and his father, who works for the San Diego Zoo, and he set up a little program where it's kicks for critters. Every point that he makes, including those three right there.
And he has it. That's his 6th field goal of the year. A 39-yarder. Rolf Bernerska and the San Diego Chargers with a 17-14 lead.
Out there and get the ball back for his offense, and Don really senses a change in the game as the ball drops off.
You built the scene. You had it ready to go. I know as an actor, you had the timing perfect, but the ball had to blow off, right?
Well, that just goes to show you, doesn't it?
You know, Coryell is so intense. When he was coaching in St. Louis one time, they were playing Washington. He was so excited before they came out, he couldn't even express himself. He just turned around and started kicking the wall with his feet.
Oh, he was the same way in college. He's a very, very intense man. He's on the 3rd ring of Saturn right about now.
He's where?
3rd ring of Saturn.
Bernerska will kick off. Marty McDowell. And dancing around, and we have a flag at the 24-yard line. I would imagine Bud Grant would want McDowell to head up the field a little quicker as he did a little dancing back there.
The one thing that really drives coaches crazy is that guys get back there and don't bring the ball up the field soon enough to suit the coach. Although he's not the guy with the ball. The guy who has the ball should try to bring the ball up the field as soon as he can.
Now, Minnesota is kind of cornered. They have a penalty on this play that's going to back them up. They've been scored upon. They trail. Bad field position. And Kramer's going to have to really draw all these resources now.
You're absolutely right, Gary. This is very important, this drive. If San Diego can get the ball back within good field position, it could be a turning point in the game.
A holding call against Minnesota moves the ball back to the 8-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. There's the last drive, the 39-yard field goal. There's Muncie.
Chuck may have wrenched his lower back a little bit. I think that's all that is.
On the 8-yard line, Kramer comes out throwing Rashad. Look at this move by Rashad. He breaks tackles, and that gets him out of a very precarious situation to the 25. Lyndon King with the tackle.
Boy, that's a great play. That's a smart play by Kramer. A real quick setup, and gets the ball over the open spot of the field to his best receiver, Rashad, and just watch the guy go from there. He's great with it after he catches the ball.
People forget that he was a running back in college. Bobby Moore at the University of Oregon was a teammate of Dan Fouts. A gain out to the 25, and now the Vikings with their initial first down of the 2nd half. Trailing 17-14. Kramer now 15-25. He hits Ricky Young, and Bob Horn hits him. But a gain to the 32, a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
You didn't get to see it. Well, here's Chuck Muncie getting his back worked on again. Jimmy Hammond with the big beard up there overseeing things. I think he just got a little bit of a spasm, that's all.
Boy, it's all right. You have your own masseuse or masseur that comes along during the game and just a little back rub. You guys got it too easy now.
Oh, yeah, martinis and the whole works down there.
From the 32, 2nd and 3. Rashad and White split out. Kramer on the play action. Joe Sensor, and Sensor was covered very well by Lyndon King. You know, Kramer now is testing his knee. Did he hurt his knee?
You know, I think what it is his brace on his left knee may be giving him some problems. He's trying to adjust the thing. He feels confident that while wearing that brace, nothing can happen to him. So I think he's okay. It's just the fact he has to straighten that brace out every once in a while.
Now, he hurt the knee. As you look at the comparative stats, in the last preseason game, he missed the first 2. Steve Dills went then, and Dills is out now with a shoulder operation. They only have one other quarterback. That's Wade Wilson, a rookie. 3rd down, 3. The Vikings need to convert. 8:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kramer rolling around. Sensor! Oh, what a catch! What a catch by Sensor. First down at the 45. Kramer just waited for him to break open and tossed it over the defender.
That's right. He just sprinted out to his right and just waited for Joe to break under and get open. Joe ran down. Kramer looks at Joe all the way here. He's just waiting for him right there, just waiting for him to make a break, and he does. And later on downfield gets in front of him. I'll tell you, Joe Sensor is a real big help to this ball club.
He now has 7 catches for 100 yards. That is a career high for this young man who comes from Westchester State. A former basketball player. And what a performer he's going to be.
He's really been a big surprise for these people. They never thought to use their tight end that much.
On the 45, first down, Kramer gets off to Ricky Young. Maybe a yard, 2 at the most. Bob Horn again making the stop for San Diego. Kramer is still limping around at that leg. I don't know if he got hit. The brace, what it really does for you, as you well know, Fred, is it keeps you from having your leg folded from the side.
Right. I don't see anybody loosening up on the sideline over there, so I don't think they're worried about him very much.
They have Wade Wilson, a rookie out of East Texas State, their 8th-round draft pick, who's thrown 11 passes. Second down and 9. A reverse to Terry LeCount. Oh, Johnson is blocked by Dennis Swilly. He could go. He's down to the 25 and out of bounds. Big Hands Johnson got hit by Dennis Swilly, blind side, and both men get up just kind of groggy.
This is an important drive for these people. That was a very well-executed play because it took an awful lot of time to develop. Here it is again, a quick toss to Brown. He gives it back off. Who is that?
Oh, that's Terry LeCount.
Terry LeCount. That does a great job of tucking it away and going on there. Big shot coming over there.
Who is that man? LeCount, a former quarterback in college, ran well on that play. Kramer, wide open. LeCount, he's going to take it in. What happened on that play? Nobody seemed to be ready for it.
I don't know what happened.
It looked like San Diego was caught napping on the play.
Somebody went to sleep out there. I thought nighttime was for sleeping.
LeCount was so open, it was incredible.
Oh, Kramer, he was his primary receiver right from the beginning there. And Pete, I tell you what, Pete Shaw just, somebody went to sleep over there.
It looked like they weren't even ready for the snap of the ball.
I don't think they were, no. This is a great drive. This is very, very important for these people.
20-17, Dan Meyer, the point after attempt. This is the kind of game we expected. And we haven't been disappointed.
What this drive does is now make it more than a 3-point game. Now San Diego, here it is. He just lofts it over there and lets LeCount run underneath it. I'll tell you, that's a great play. Heads-up play by Minnesota.
The Vikings now with a 21-17 lead. 92-yard drive, a 26-yard touchdown pass from Tommy Kramer to Terry LeCount. A game that's lived up to all its billing thus far. Dan Meyer going to be short. Pete Shaw is going to bring it out. Shaw getting to the far side. Oh, as he hits on the 25-yard line. Randy Holloway, who on a couple of those kickoffs has come down and made excellent plays.
Randy Holloway is their 4th defensive lineman. He's also another #1 draft choice. The Vikings have 4 #1 draft choices as defensive linemen, and Randy shows great flexibility and mobility for a big guy.
Boy, that drive. Look at this. I just can't believe it. 38-7. I don't think Dallas has been beaten like that since they lost 38-0 to St. Louis.
That's real impressive, yeah.
Ball at the 25-yard line. First down. San Diego. 21-17 Minnesota. Fouts to Chuck Muncie. Muncie with a cast. Hangs on. Breaks the tackle. McNeil knocks him out of bounds. First down for the Chargers.
Chuck Muncie coming out of the backfield. He doesn't have to use that broken hand on that catch, you see. It's his other hand.
Boy, I tell you, though, look at that. I don't know how in the world. You know, you've got to be sure you're carrying that ball in the right arm, obviously.
Now there's his right leg they're working on, and it looks as though that's not the knee that's hurt. No.
First down, Fouts. Broken up. That was Duck White, and almost intercepting was Matt Blair. Let's go back to Kramer again.
Tommy, it looks as though Tommy's got cramps. the way they're working on him, I would assume that's what the problem is there. It doesn't look like they're too worried about him. I don't see anybody loosening up over there.
You got to understand, Fred, when you come from the cold North Country, you're not used to warm weather.
That's what Bud would have you believe.
So the cramps giving them some difficulty. Second down 10 from the 39-yard line. 6:05 left to play in the third quarter. Fouts trying to make the catch is Chandler. Willie Teal defending on the play. And it comes to a third down. Some people may have counted the Vikings out early when they were 0-2. But after winning 3 in a row and the way they're playing today, they're a fine team.
They really are. They've surprised me, to be honest with you. I think they're really playing well.
Bud Grant, one of the outstanding coaches in the history of this game. 14 years, he's picked up 134 victories, and today trying to get another one. 6 minutes exactly left in the third quarter as they bring Chandler, Joyner to the bottom. Split out. Fouts on 3rd and 10. Pressure put on. Open is Chandler. Teal tries to corral him and does at the 42. Boy, Fred, is he dangerous when he gets that ball in the open field.
I'll tell you something. You'll see it here. A slot formation. Joyner goes in. And Chandler goes right to the open spot again. We've been talking about it all day. Right between the zones where the secondary, the linebackers are. There's a big gap in there, and that's where he goes to get the ball.
21-yard pickup to the 40-yard line of Minnesota. The Chargers trying to retake the lead. Fouts to Muncie. Muncie carrying that ball in a good right hand inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
I think Fred McNeil did a real good job of getting up the field and turning Chuck back on that.
Chuck Muncie, who fractured the hand in the Denver game, did not play last week. He had a career-high 161 yards, which he also had with New Orleans. But New Orleans' record was broken this year by the rookie George Rogers, their #1 draft pick. 2nd down, a long 7. Fouts to Joyner. Joyner stays on his feet. Touchdown.
There's that play right between Willie Teal and Tommy Hannon. I'll tell you, Charlie just goes down the field and has a sense for when to break between the two defenders, and Fouts has a good feel for his receivers. Danny looking right to him right now. Just loads the ball and gets it right in the open area. He threw the ball while Charlie was open, and as the ball got to him, here it is again. He goes down, makes the break, looks inside it right away for the ball. Did you see him look inside there? He knew the ball was coming to him.
38-yard touchdown strike. Bernurska on the point after attempt. He gets it up and high and through the uprights. And now it's a 3-point lead for San Diego.
You know, that's just not an automatic point for Rolf. I'll tell you one thing, Blair does a great job of blocking kicks. He's got 16 of them, and he does a great job of blocking those extra points.
And they've had 50. We welcome the viewers of that Dallas-San Francisco game to San Diego Stadium. 24-21, the Chargers have just taken the lead on a 38-yard touchdown pass. This is Marty McDowell for the Minnesota Vikings, bringing the ball out to the 26-yard line. Just a moment ago, Charlie Joyner with the touchdown catch.
Here you see Fouts dropping back, looking right to Charlie right away. Charlie comes down, clears out, and looks right inside for the ball. He knew he was going to get it. Does a great job getting between Hannon and the second receiver. Who in the heck was that? Tommy Hannon and Willie Teal, I believe.
At the 26, thus far in this game, San Diego with 251 yards of offense. Minnesota 244. The ball at the 26-yard line. Kramer just a moment ago took the Vikings 90 yards, scoring on a touchdown pass to get the lead. Now they've lost it again. A seesaw affair. The Vikings with the #1 offense in the NFC. Kramer to Ted Brown. Brown's in a foot race to the 40, 35, 30. Brown to the 20. He's all the way to the 10. And all of a sudden, the Vikings are roaring right back. Wyatt Henderson made the stop as this Minnesota team just won't give up.
I've done it. I think we've only just begun, as the song goes. We've got an awful lot of football left, and I think we've got an awful lot of more points to be scored. Here's Tommy. Did you see Teddy coming out of the backfield, raising his hand? That helps the quarterback. And he just does a great job of getting the ball and just rushes on his own.
Well, he's having some problems with leg cramps again, but he went 64 yards. I guess that would give you a leg
You
cramp.
see his right leg right there, how it's wrapped up. That's just to help him and give him a little bit of support in that area.
Gary Bender with Fred Dreyer with 3:29 to go in this third quarter. Brown, you see his stats for the day as far as receiving is concerned. Tony Galbraith has replaced him, and that's Galbraith with the ball. Woodrow Lowe made the stop at the 10-yard line. This game at halftime was tied 14-all. Both teams have come back after the Chargers kicked a field goal to score touchdowns.
This is a great way for my indoctrination. I'm really enjoying this.
Fred joining our CBS broadcast crew for the first time, and you picked a good one.
Good Fred. He's listening to his offensive coordinator up in the booth. He looks pretty calm. I think nothing seems to bother him.
Second down, 10. Kramer, 308 yards passing in this game. Broken up. We've had 4 of those today. The on-rushing lineman getting the hands up. That will break it up and come to a third down now for Minnesota. That was Woodcock, the former Detroit Lion.
Yeah, he's not playing like a tackle. He's playing like one of those swift defensive ends over there.
The man they acquired from the Lions for a 12th-round draft pick. He has taken the position of Fred Dean, who was traded to San Francisco. Of course, people watching that Dallas-San Francisco game, what a shock that has been. Outside the 10-yard line now, third down. They could get, well, they actually will have to score. They cannot get a first and goal inside the goal line. Third down, 10. White, Rashad, split out. Kramer back, center, beautifully. Willie Buchanan, who has an interception for the day.
Boys, Joe Sensor is outraged. You can't believe it. I think what happened is the defender, he feels the defender grabbed his arm prematurely. I'm not too sure he's not right. Let's take a look at it. Kramer looking right over for Joe, dumps the ball over. He thinks he's got him. Oh, it's tough to tell. Yeah, he may have done that. He may be right. Willie Buchanan defending on the play.
Sensor has 7 catches for 100 yards. And now Dan Meyer, who this year has been superb, hitting 9 of 10 field goals. This is going to be a 29-yard attempt. Trying to tie it up. 2:39 to go, third quarter. Dan Meyer's kick is on the way, and we're even. It's all even again. 24-all. Dan Meyer has hit 10 of 11 field goals. A 28-yarder is what it officially is given. And this game, field, you're having fun up here today.
It's like I'm in the cockpit of a B-52. This is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this.
Well, we said at the top of the show it'd be a shootout, and we have not been disappointed.
No, I tell you, we got another quarter plus 2:35 to go. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Rick Danmeyer, who's 10 of 11 as far as field goals are concerned. All of last year, he only kicked 16. So he's headed for his best year in the National Football League. The man deep, Wes Chandler. Chandler up to the 15-yard line. He breaks the tackle. Some running room to the 26-yard line. San Diego will have it there. Making the stop was Dennis Johnson, the former standout from USC.
You know, when you're covering a kick like that, especially against a guy like Chandler, you want to be aggressive and get down there, but you want to gather yourself and break down. In other words, break down and get in a good position to come either a left or right for someone like Chandler, because he is so dangerous he can go by in a minute.
The Chargers coming into this game averaging over 400 yards in offense. The #1 passing team in the AFC. Eric Coryell in motion again. Fouts up to Eric Sievers, the rookie tight end, and he brings it out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Sievers, who came in here with 11 catches, he plays a lot of the tight end. That allows Kellen Winslow to split outside.
You know, Eric Sievers is basically a blocker, but Don, I'll tell you, he's not afraid to give it to anybody. If Billy Shields, number 66, could catch, he'd throw him the ball.
There's that last drive, taking only a minute 51. The big play, the long pass to Ted Brown. Second down and 6 for the Chargers. Pumping. Kellen Winslow, he takes a hit at the 50. Tom Hammond, the strong safety. First down to the 49 of Minnesota, and here they come again.
Yeah, Tommy Hammond really hit him. He made him pay for it. Danny's, now he does that to throw the safety off, and then he comes right back to throw it up the field. The safety drops back and reads the quarterback, and when he sees him going that way, it might draw him out of there, give Winslow a little bit more room to catch the ball.
Fred, that's that experience, isn't it? Reading the defense, looking him off, double pumping. And
Yeah,
that time, the
you
first
gotta
down
do that. You got to do that.
to the 49 of Minnesota. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Fouts backpedaling. He's moving around. He's going to run. This is a first. Oh, did he get hit? That's the reason they don't want him running. Randy Holloway unloaded on him.
That's exactly right. I'll tell you, Gary. He's got that flak jacket. See the flak jacket on him right there? Now, Danny wants to get rid of the ball. He's not a runner. He's not Darcy Manning. He just wants to step up and get more room. If he takes off, he says, I might as well make something out of this. Well, Randy Holloway comes back and lets him have it. Thank God for those fat flak jackets.
Holloway, who's been standing today on the special teams, making the stop on that play. Fouts is a big man at 6'3", 204, and he's got the skinny legs. On the 40, on a second down and 2. First down run by Chuck Muncy. Muncy to the 31-yard line. Wilkerson and White, that veteran offensive line that has 3 men at 34 years of age.
See, right now, Fouts is feeling the way the game is going now. The game is tied up. He senses that they're on a good drive. He wants to keep it going, so he's going to mix his plays, and he's going to get the ball to his best guy down here.
You know, that's what they said about Kramer. He has a feel for the game.
Yes,
Both quarterbacks.
They both do. We're very fortunate to have 2 good quarterbacks like this in one game.
And that's the reason both these teams came in here as co-division leaders. Tampa winning today. Denver having a tough time against Detroit. Here is Muncy. And Muncy picks up 6 yards. Matt Blair, 59 to make the stop. And that's going to be the last play of this third quarter.
Matt Blair is such a big playmaker for them. You know, he's the only guy, when they go to nickel defenses, they bring 6 defensive backs in. They leave Matt Blair because he's such a great athlete with a lot of range. He can go from sideline to sideline.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Minnesota 24, San Diego 24.
Look at him. He's yelling at everybody. He's getting together with his Dave Levy, his coordinator there. They're getting organized to get 7 points.
As we start the fourth quarter, it's 2nd and 3. The ball at the 24 of Minnesota. 24-all is our score. And Fouts on a delay to Muncy. Muncy dancing. And he's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd down. Still a yard to go. Chuck Muncy, who did not play last week because of the fractured left hand. I think he's forgotten about the cast and the injured hand.
Now, once the game gets going and Chuck realizes he's comfortable, he just forget about that and just become a part of him as the game goes on.
There was some talk about Muncy's attitude, but Don Coryell told us yesterday he's been nothing but great since coming in.
Yeah, he's really been a spark plug, especially when you need a good ground attack. Chuck's there to give it to him.
3rd down, a yard. Well, do you think they'll throw it or they're going to run it? They're going to go to Muncy. Muncy has it out at 15. He's to the 11-yard line. Eric Sievers, the tight end we mentioned early, threw a very fine block on the play. And the Chargers keep it going.
And there's Matt Blair, the last guy up off the pile. Flip it off to Chuck. Let Chuck do the work. Look at the stride on him. What a beautiful athlete. He can deliver punishment as well as receive it because he got hit by 3 guys right there.
78 yards now for Muncy on 14 carries. John Capoletti has now come into the backfield. They get Muncy a breather. First down just outside the 10-yard line. This is Capoletti. And Capoletti, who's very tough moving up the middle, he had 85 yards last week against Seattle on that very similar play.
Yeah, he's a very steady player for him. I really believe that play doesn't show it, but he is a very underrated ball carrier. He's a good blocking back, but he's underrated as a ball carrier. He's going to get those hard yards for you. 2nd down. Now they can get a 1st and goal at about the half-yard line. Muncy comes back in. Sievers and Chandler check out. 24-all. 13-10 to go in the fourth quarter. Scales and Joyner split to the top. Scales with a 60-yard touchdown pass in this game. Fouts sending everybody out. Corner, Joyner. Oh!
Willie Teal defending on the play, and that was close.
That was close. Too close for Willie's comfort. Dan looking right to where he wants to throw the ball. Just waits for a time, puts it up. He aims for the corner of the end zone. Now, Joyner knows that's where he has to run for. That pass is meant to go right to that little orange cone right there, and he goes right for it.
Teal made quite a play. I could see a better view of it on the replay.
Yes, he did.
You know, it must seem as a defensive secondary, there's 13 men out on a pass pattern.
Yeah. I hate to be out there on the corner with Will. That's a terrible, lonely place.
3rd down and 6 for San Diego. Fouts, the big cut in Winslow, and he's going to get very close to a 1st and goal. They needed to get to about the half-yard line. Looks like he's got it.
Now, on that play, Winslow stayed in just an extra couple of beats, letting the coverage settle, and then came out underneath it. There he is right there. There he is right there, underneath the coverage. When down here you get so close to the end zone, you just hope the guy misses the tackle.
Now, here's the measurement. They could have a 4th and goal, or a 4th and a half yard to go, or 1st and goal, and that's what it is. It's 4th down.
Yeah.
So that was a very important tackle.
Well, here comes Capoletti. You have some sort of an idea what might happen now.
And also 2 tight ends, Eric Sievers and Pete Holohan, the rookie from Notre Dame. And they're going to go on 4th down.
Although all the receivers came out and his running troops went in, I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw the football, although he probably won't.
4th down, inches for a 1st and goal. And now they're backing up. They're resetting the chains, being sure they're ready. The referee, Chuck Heberling, 12:44. Amazing, as much offense as we've had, it comes down to inches on a play like this.
You're right. It always seems to come down to that. It's a corny saying, but it's very true.
We've had 66 passes thrown in this game thus far. Fouts on 4th down. Trying to get it, and don't know. He got the 1st and goal or not. He should have got it.
Minnesota says it's their ball.
They could have a 1st and goal, though. It's going to be awfully
a
close.
tough spot, Gary, yeah. This is going to be a tough spot. Yep. Dr. Fouts says they got it.
I believe they do, the way they're marking the ball now.
Yeah. I don't see anybody sticking up for Minnesota down there.
They may bring the chains in, and they're going to bring them in again.
Very important. See how Ed White, 67, got off the football? That's a very, very important thing down here. Getting off the football, being low, and helping that guy get yardage.
All right, big measurement. It's either Minnesota's ball or it's 1st and goal. They got it. 1st and goal.
Yeah.
That for San Diego's their 15th 1st down. Minnesota has 22, just to show you the offense we've had in this game. Now they have 4 downs to get it in at the 12:24 mark. It shows you defensively how improved Minnesota is this year. Last year they were struggling defensively. They're 6th against the rush. Last year they were 25th. 1st and goal. Fouts will try it again. No indication that he's in. Now Muncie's saying they're in, but I don't think Chuck has any authority.
Attaboy, Chuck.
So they're trying it again. Fouts has really been belted in this game. He scrambled once and now tried to sneak it twice. So it's 2nd and goal at the inch line, or 2-inch, 3-inch.
You know, if I was the quarterback, if I was down, Muncie and those guys in Capoletti, heck, they get paid for rushing the ball. Give it to them.
You know, last week, San Diego made 2 goal line stands against Seattle. And now they're finding themselves on the other side of the fence. 2nd and goal. Fouts again, and this time he takes it in. Now, wait a minute. Didn't he get in?
We didn't see any signs, did we?
No, they didn't. We thought he got in, and now they're indicating, you believe this? He didn't get in.
Unbelievable.
I got to see this on replay.
Dan doesn't like it. Look at the grimace on his face. Yeah, he got hit pretty good there. Well, no, maybe. Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I think that's a touchdown. Let's see what we got here. That's a touchdown.
He was in, yeah.
That's a touchdown. That's not a good call. That's a touchdown.
3rd and goal. Boy, that was great camera action. The close-up, the grimace on Fouts' face. This time they give to Muncy. I don't know.
No!
I don't believe he got in.
Oh, Lord!
It's 4th and goal. This is unbelievable.
You know, Gary, if the game would have gone any other way, I'd have been disappointed. Well, now he decides to give it to Chuck, and he takes off. He's going to do a high hurdle here, but he gets hit by Hannon. Did a great job of coming down the line and getting to him. That he didn't score, no sir.
You've seen a lot of
Hannon
goals.
right here. But they come down the line right there. That's very important. That's what he's supposed to do. He's not even close to 6 points.
Here they go. 4th and goal. Their 4th attempt from inside the 1-yard line. Fouts off to Muncy. He takes it in. Touchdown.
Yeah, spike it, Chuck.
Chuck Muncy, his 2nd touchdown rushing of the day, his 7th of the year.
You know, the point here is they've tried 4 or 5 straight times and got everybody inside tight. And then the last play for the touchdown just pitched it out to Chuck, and that stretches the defense out, which gives them a lot of holes. Just look at it again. Seaman's coming inside, but just can't quite get to him. You see how all the defenders are strung out here? Chuck just takes it in. He's got great speed to go up underneath or outside.
Muncy now with 79 yards on 17 carries.
Hannon did a good job right here. He did a good job of turning Chuck back in, but just a little bit too late.
What a stand by Minnesota. Now, Minnesota has a man shaken up. Well, Bernerska will come in to attempt the point after. It's Matt Blair that's down on one knee in the end zone.
Well, this game is not even close to being decided. They cannot afford to lose Matt Blair.
Matt Blair, the big play performer. And now he's up and he's going to walk off. But isn't it remarkable, though, you can play like this, such wide open offense, and then have 2 or 3 inches, take 4 plays to pick it up?
Yes, it really is. That's why it's a great game, Gary. Here he is, a back end view of it. Look at Chuck gets the ball. See how everybody's starting to spread out now? The holes that show up between here. He just takes it right up off of John Capoletti right there. John takes a little bit of a hit. The hero on that play was Capoletti. He did a good job blocking.
John Capoletti with the block. Muncy with the touchdown at the 10:47 mark. It's 30-24. But don't go away. The way this game has been seesawing back and forth. I think you're kind of enjoying this broadcasting career.
You know something? I'm not sweating.
Bernerska, and he had to get it high because the Vikings got up in the air. We're going to be back with more of this game. As the score now, 31. 2 high-powered offenses here at San Diego Stadium. Fred Dreyer right now. San Diego's got the best of it, 31-24.
We've got about 10 minutes and 45 seconds left. It's not even close to being over with.
We've had 66 passes thrown in this game. Minnesota with Marty McDowell returning. McDowell out to the 20 to the 21-yard line. Just a moment ago, for those of you from that San Francisco-Dallas game, had a great goal line stand by Minnesota. It took 4 plays inside the 1-yard line for them to score on this play.
Here's that touchdown again. Watch John Capoletti. He sees color, comes up and hits Turner, knocks him out of the way, and Chuck goes walking in. Good job by John Capoletti.
So we welcome the viewers from Dallas, San Francisco, and what a game we've had. That's the last drive of 74 yards. The run by Muncy. Tommy Kramer, over 300 yards passing in this game. He has to bring his team back again. He has time to do it. 10:34 left. Sammy wide in motion. Kramer to Ahmad Rashad, and Rashad is close to the first down to the 30-yard line. Woody Lowe and Mike Williams combine on the stop, and this is the way it's been. Back and forth, the offenses continue to roll.
You know, Mike Williams was a #1 draft pick in 1975. That's when San Diego got a great draft, and they got most of the nucleus that's on the team today. Mike Williams is very seldom talked about because people don't throw his way, let alone run his way, but he's a great athlete out there.
Just short of the first down, 2nd and less than a yard. Inside 10 minutes left. Kramer throws the snap, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Louis Kelcher pouncing on it. Minnesota coming in here with the top-ranked offense in the NFC, and they will continue that ranking the way they're playing today. This game was billed as a shootout, and that's exactly what it is. It's Eric Seaver.
I think what happened is his helmet probably came down over him. He's got a split right between his eyes there. It looks like a helmet shot to me.
You've had that a couple of times.
I've had that a couple of times, and you know what? I'm glad he's got it, and I'm up here.
I think you're glad to be up here. I thought you were going to be pacing the field forever at the start of the game, but now you're in it. Third down. Less than a yard. Kramer gives off to Ricky Young, and I don't know. Ricky Young trying to pick up the first down. And it looks like he may be short by a half yard.
Yeah. Here's Ricky. Follows his lead blocker, 23, Teddy Brown. Woody Lowe makes it just a fine play. Or just that's a case of too many people being in the same hole.
Woody Lowe, who last year was second team All-AFC, and now we're going to have a timeout called by Minnesota. You think they're going to think about going for this on fourth down?
I tell you, the way Tommy Kramer thinks, I wouldn't doubt if he talks Bud into going for it.
So we'll be back to find out what the Vikings will do on fourth down and inches to go.
Bud, he's just chewing his gum.
Vikings trailing 31-24. 8:54 left in the game. Fourth down. They're going for it. Kramer giving off to Brown. He got it. Hit Brown. Now, that was an interesting call, Fred, because they didn't hit straight up. They turned a little bit. They went laterally, and that's dangerous.
Well, what happens in a short yardage situation like that, you've got a lot of people merging forward at the snap of the ball. Like, he gives the ball, he gives time enough for him to make the cut, and for the blockers, it sets up the blocking for his offensive people. He just cuts up into the open space.
That carry by Brown has put Minnesota over 400 yards in offense. On the other hand, San Diego hasn't done too badly either. They have 381 yards.
San Diego is a great defensive team, and 400 yards to them is nothing.
First down from the 33. Kramer with a new life to Sammy White. White trying to run under it. Wyatt Henderson defending on the play. Kramer trying to locate White. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tommy Kramer, since coming in after being hurt in the preseason, has directed this team to 3 straight wins, trying to make it 4, and he has taken the team now over 400 yards in 3 of those games.
Tommy Kramer has brought his team back from defeat to win a game 7 of the last, 7 times in the last 2 years.
And so at the 32, it'll be 2nd down. Ted Brown, the only running back. There's the stats on Kramer. He threw those interceptions early in the ball game. Kramer, Terry LeCount, first down. LeCount to the 47-yard line. Kramer just continues to pick apart the defense. Allen Ellis, the former Chicago Bear, defending on the play.
Here, Terry just runs down, heads down to throw the defenders off, and then makes a quick break. He goes right to the teams run that play very well.
This is a man you don't hear a lot about. Terry LeCount, picked up from San Francisco. Louis Kelcher is now coming off the field, walking very slowly. First down at the 46. LeCount, however, in the estimation of Grant, is just an excellent athlete. One running back is Brown. Kramer to LeCount again, and he has the catch to the 37. 2 yards short of the first down. Let's check on Kelcher. Kelcher kind of limping around. I think he was hurt. He's bent over on the near sideline. He's out of there now. Jimmy Webb in his place.
I think Louis perhaps may have hurt his knee a little bit. Maybe he took a blow on it.
He's walking and running now, trying to loosen up.
I think what he's done is gone down to tell the coach that I'm okay. Look at Louis. Look how big Louis is.
Boy, you need a wide-angle lens for him.
What a great tackle.
2nd down, a yard from the 37-yard line. 6:47 left to play. 31-24, San Diego. McDowell in motion. Kramer to Brown. And Brown will get out of bounds at the 35 and a penalty. Wyatt Henderson, unnecessary roughness. And that could be a very, very costly penalty.
You better believe it. In a game like this, that could be the determining factor. Don Coryell is not too happy about it.
Coryell was right there in the area. Don now walking over.
Here it is. Well, there it is right there.
I don't think it's tackling by face mask, though, is it?
That there is not a real good thing you want to be doing. And I think that's one of the reasons you got that flag.
That's a personal foul.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to be doing. That hurts him.
Roughness, number 32, defense on the tackle, first down.
So Louis Kelcher now has come back in for San Diego. The penalty moves the ball to the 20-yard line. The Vikings coming right back in this game. The shot, the count, and White split out. Sensor in motion. Pressure, Woodcock, a flag. Kramer fumbled the ball. Did he get it? Minnesota may have it. Let's see. There is a penalty flag. San Diego has it. The Chargers come up with it. John Woodcock. The penalty inside the 25-yard line.
Boy, I want to see this. There's a flag down there. I think we got offsetting penalties.
It's against Minnesota, the penalty flag.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. Woodcock makes a good move on Riley. That's a great play by Woodcock. And he just gets the ball. Tommy knocks the ball out of Tommy's hand, and he gets it.
Boy, he has found a new life here in San Diego after losing Detroit last year. Makes a big play. And now the Chargers have it at the 32-yard line.
Michelob brings you the seventh.
Favorite San Diego. They just recovered a fumble to drop a Minnesota Viking offensive thrust. This is Chuck Muncy on second down, and Muncy to the 36. It'll be third down and still a long four. Doug Martin, the #1 draft pick a year ago for Minnesota, led that charge defensively.
I really like Doug Martin. I'll tell you why. He could be a great player. He's smart. He likes playing defensive right end. One of the things that the reasons they went to 3-4 is because he likes to play in. If they went to a 4-3, he'd play a tackle because Holloway was the right end. He's going to be a real good player for him.
Now they come to a four-man front on a third down and almost 5. Fouts with this pass will be throwing his 35th pass of the afternoon. Open, Joyner, out of bounds. Kurt Kopp trying to defend. First down to the 49. It seems as though Joyner always is open on the big plays.
Yeah, he does a great job. He's very conscientious and very studious. So he just runs down. He gets a little shove there from Knopf, and just comes out to the flat and catches the ball. There's a lot of room coming from the inside out to the sideline. There's a lot of room to work in and get the ball to you.
So the Chargers keep it going at the 49. Now approaching 5 minutes left in the game. A game that was tied 14-all at halftime. Fouts with 299 yards on the afternoon. Joyner, Turner with a fine play. John Turner, the man they've missed with a broken leg, showing why they really like to have him back there.
That's an aggressive play. That's a real good play. That's a big play for them. If they'd have completed that ball, it could have been all over with, but that's a good defensive play. Fouts looking right. He's looking the safety off, and then comes right back over here over the middle to see where Joyner is. Good play by John Turner.
Turner broke the bone above his right ankle in the first preseason game. Has been coming back slowly, seeing more action than ever today. Both quarterbacks now have thrown 36 passes. This is Muncy. Muncy on a 2nd and 10 to the 48. Scott Studwell, 55, out of Illinois, made the stop. Third down coming up again. The Vikings stop him here. They've got a lot of time, the way Tommy Kramer engineers things.
Yeah, there's enough time for both teams. If San Diego should drive down here and score, get in the end zone pretty quick. The way Kramer thinks, as long as he's got 3 seconds on the board, he thinks he can score.
This reminder for those of you who, many of you, like 60 Minutes, you'll be seeing it in its entirety, except on the West Coast. 4:23 left in this game. From the 48, third down, 7. Muncy. He's got a block, and he's going to get the first down.
Well, I hope we get to see that again. That Chuck Muncy. Here it is again. Now Muncy gets the ball, and watch him follow Doug Wilkerson. Now watch him. He dips inside. He knows where Doug is. He dips inside, dips outside, lets Wilkerson take on the back, and then cuts up underneath him. A great job of blocking, and an even better job of watching the blockers by Muncy.
That's what you call having good vision.
Oh, he's great at that.
Wilkerson, in the estimation of Don Coryell, has never played a bad football game, and there was a big block. First down at the 38 of Minnesota. The Vikings going to have to shut him off here at 4:13. Muncie again.
Oh, yeah.
Takes it inside the 35 to the 33. Seaman on the stop. And Muncie now becoming a real workhorse for this San Diego team.
Psychologically now, they've come back and worked up the middle on runs now. Minnesota has been used to playing the pass, and I think they want to go after the pass, but now they're starting to run the ball, and they could be a little bit weary now that there's only 3 minutes left in the game.
Muncie has 99 yards on 20 carries, so he is close now, 1 yard short of his 11th 100-yard day of his career. Second down and 5. Here he goes again. And he's inside the 30, a flag on the play. Yeah, he has the first down, but let's see what the penalty's all about. Indication, waiting for the preliminary indication from Chuck Heberling.
Offensively,
You spotted that one.
holding and using the hands, yeah.
And that penalty will stop the drive momentarily. They had the first down at the 22-yard line. Muncie coming off now. Capoletti will give him a breather.
More importantly here, Gary, is you want to make San Diego either give up the football right away without using
Holding,
up the clock.
offense during the run, number 80, second down.
You want to make San Diego commit right away. They're going to use the clock upon you and probably get 3 points if anything. But you want to keep them out of the end zone. You want to get the ball back because they're chewing the clock up.
Kellen Winslow was the man guilty of holding. Second down, 13 yards to go. This would be a point now, and Minnesota could stop it with 3:26. Fouts stepping up. He hits Capoletti. Capoletti is going to be just short of the first down at the 30. Now there's a man they haven't thrown to all day long. You talk about diversification.
Yeah, Johnny can do it all. He's a great blocker, a good runner, and I think more important right here. You see him come out of the backfield right here? He was watching where the secondary was. He went right to the open spot underneath McNeil here. And now he has to do is work himself up the field like he tries to do. He's just a real smart, competent player.
That's his 5th catch of the year. They are more than a yard short. It's about 2. Third down. Joyner will be split to the bottom of the screen. 2:43 left in this shootout. 31-24, San Diego. Fouts is going to throw, looking for Joyner. He's not open. He just throws it away. Oh! That'll bring up 4th down, and the Vikings want intentional grounding on that one.
I tell you, I'm not too sure they're not wrong. They're not right on that. There wasn't anybody even close on that pass.
You know what's interesting, though? All the coaches for Minnesota are carrying on over there, and Bud Grant just stands over there.
He lets everybody else worry. He's just worried about listening to the guys up in the box.
Now they're going to go for this on 4th down. Hank Bauer will come out. Muncie comes in. 4th down, a long one, almost 2 yards.
What do you think they'll do, Gary? Run or pass?
They're going to give it to Muncie. You think?
Yeah.
Here he comes. And oh! Minnesota has recovered.
Oh!
The Vikings have recovered. He had the first down. But the Vikings come up with a turnover. And they're alive with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. Looks like Scott Studwell is down there, 55, and that's who it is.
Studwell, the NFL arm wrestling champ, comes up with it. That was his good arm, too. He took a pretty good little pop on there. You know, all good running backs have to feel as though they can wave the ball around for balance. You can't be expected to have it to be a tank and cuddle it underneath your arms. So right here, he gets hit good by Mulaney right there. That's what brought that ball out of there.
And now, Tommy Kramer, his team down by 7. A minute, should say 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game. He has LeCount in motion. To Brown, 35. Brown has a first down, and he goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and here they come. Tommy Kramer, who has been remarkable in the 2-minute offense, and that's what he's got. 2:19 left, the ball at the 40.
This is where Tommy Kramer is very, very good. They love this situation to be in. He'd rather be behind than be ahead.
All right, coming up next on CBS, 60 Minutes. It will be seen in its entirety immediately following the football game, of course, except on the West Coast. At the 40-yard line, first down. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left. Kramer has Brown as the only set running back. Protection is excellent. Throwing, complete. This is Sammy White. White down the sideline and out of bounds.
Yes.
Inside the 40. I'll tell you, Fred Dreyer, these defenses aren't going to want to watch the films on Monday morning.
I'll tell you what, you're seeing the two of the best quarterbacks, I think, in the league. Watch Sammy come across the field. He's reading and looking, reading and looking. He adjusts very well. He gets the ball. Now he gets the first down and then gets as many as yards and then comes out of bounds.
At first down to the 38-yard line. Sammy White, who hasn't caught any touchdown passes, but he had 25 catches coming into this game and already picked up 3 in this one. First down at the 38. The crowd now getting to their feet. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Kramer, look out. Behind Ahmad Rashad. White was also over there, but covered very well by San Diego. San Diego early in this game had an interception by Buchanan and also one by Big Hands Johnson. But he returned 36 yards to set up a touchdown.
We've got Keith Ferguson in the game now, and what they like with Keith, they think he's going to be a fine pass rusher. Woodcock, Kelcher, and Ferguson. They like those combination of people. Leroy's now coming out of the game.
Second down, 10. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. White, Rashad, and LeCount all split out. Sensor in a wing position. In motion goes Sammy White. And firing off the head of the count was LeCount. A pass to Brown, and Brown will take it to the 32, but Terry LeCount left a count, at least a count, before the snap.
A little bit eager. You got Jimmy Webb in the game now. They're running a stunt there. He gets pushed down on the ground, and now you got a little bit of a mix up there.
And now we want to welcome the audience of the St. Louis Cardinal New York Giant game. We are in San Diego, a minute 58.
Motion, offense, number 80, second down.
Penalty against Minnesota. They trail by 7, 31-24. As this game has been an unbelievable offensive display by both teams. And at the 45 is where they're going to have it. Second down and 15. We'll be back after we take this break. Remaining 1:58. The Minnesota Vikings trail by 7. This has been a game seesaw back and forth. Bud Grant's team looking for their 4th straight win. Tommy Kramer has thrown for 380 yards. 2 touchdowns. His counterpart, Dan Fouts, 310 yards and 3 touchdowns. Second down and 15. Kramer with protection there. Going up top to Terry LeCount. He's got it! Oh! Terry LeCount. Oh. Alan Ellis, who they picked up this week on waivers from Chicago, was burned on the play. And LeCount, the biggest problem was just getting turned around to locate the football.
Oh, you know, I tell you, there is a play that'll wake you up. That tied the ball game up.
43 yards on the play.
Here it is. Kramer looking the Count's way the whole time. Just heaves it and lets Terry run under the thing. Alan Ellis defending. He just came to the team, and I'll tell you what a great play.
That's tough to backpedal like that and catch the ball. Stay on your feet. A very important point after for Dan Meyer. Keith Noor to hold at the 1:51 mark of this game. The snap, he had a tough time getting it down, and he missed it. Oh! Keith Nord had a tough time getting the ball set, and Dan Meyer missed it. That's his 2nd miss of the year.
He had a low snap, Gary. He had a low snap on that thing, and that's very, it's almost an artistic touch you have to have for that type of thing.
And so the Vikings trail by 1. From jubilation to dismay on one snap of the football.
You didn't expect anything any different, did you, Gary? It's
After
really
that
been exciting.
Remarkable pass to LeCount. Dan Meyer's kick wide of the mark. The Vikings are down by 151. Now, do they try the onside kick? San Diego's expecting it. They have a lot of people jumped up now to the 45-yard line. Here they come. Looks like the onside kick is going to be tried, and here it is. Oh, yeah! The Vikings are after it. They the man who caught the touchdown.
Terry LeCount got the ball. The guy who caught the touchdown came up with the ball. What a play.
What a kick by Danmeyer. He got it to bounce the right way.
You're right, Gary. That is an excellent. Watch this. That's an artistic thing right there. It's purposely made to bounce up high like that. This guy comes down. Randy Holloway comes down and pushes it further back the field. LeCount gets it and goes out of bounds. It's Vikings ball.
Now, wait a minute. We have a discussion going on. The official standing. Did the ball go 10 yards? Fred, that's one thing they have to do. And it looks like it did.
I think it did. I really believe it did. Here we go. There it is. There's Danmeyer's kick. It hits, takes a bounce, goes over Winslow's head. It's hit by Holloway and picked up by LeCount. I think when they said Holloway hit it, it didn't quite go 10 yards, but it did.
That was a heck of a play by Holloway. He's like a basketball player rejecting a shot.
And you know something, Gary? Those people work on that a great deal, more so than any other team. They are great special teams people, and they believe that you can win and lose games by your special teams.
So hang on. Here's the situation. A 1-point lead for San Diego with 1:49 left. You might recall earlier this year, San Diego intercepted a pass on the goal line against Detroit to win, and now they have their defense backed up again. We welcome the viewers of the Detroit-Denver game. 1:49 left in this one. The Vikings down by 1. They have the football. Terry LeCount, who just caught a 43-yard touchdown pass, makes that catch. What has happened? The Vikings scored and then missed the point after. Then they had the onside kick. They covered the ball. That's where they have it now with a 2nd down and 7. And we have a man hurt for Minnesota, Ahmad Rashad, on the far side. Minnesota has 2 timeouts left in this game. The ball at the 38-yard line. Fred Dreyer in his first job, his first assignment for CBS, may have had and may have one of the most exciting games you're ever going to see.
I love it. This is a great indoctrination for me, Gary.
Rashad is all right. The crowd upset. They thought they were stalling there with 1:34 left to go. But the point after is the difference in this game. To have as much offense as we've had, Kramer with 423 yards and 4 touchdowns, and still have a point after be the difference.
Yeah, it sure could. You know, I tell you, people thought he might have been faking there. There's a good chance he could have been faking. It's a darn good chance he could have been faking. They only have 2 timeouts, and they might need those 2 timeouts with the next 1.5 minutes left on the clock.
Kramer has hit 25 of 40 passes. Well, 26 of 41. There's the update. 4 touchdowns, the 2 interceptions back in the first quarter. He's had to play catch-up football, and nobody is any better at it than Tommy Kramer. We welcome the San Francisco-Dallas viewers as this game has 1:34 left. The Vikings trail by 1. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Ted Brown, the only running back behind Kramer, who's thrown for 423 yards. The Vikings scored a moment ago, missed the point after. That's intended for Brown. That'll bring up 3rd down. There is a flag, however, at the 40-yard line. San Diego indicating it's against Minnesota. The Vikings scoring on the last drive on a 43-yard touchdown catch. Then a snap from center was not put down. As an end result, the kick went wide, and that's the difference of the game. And 60 minutes will follow immediately after the conclusion of this one.
You think it's as interesting as this game is going to be?
1:30 left. Now here's an interesting decision. Do they take the penalty or do they refuse?
Wait. Illegal motion. Offense. Number 23. Decline.
That's what I thought. Oh, yeah. They'll take the play, and that means it's 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. But in all intents and purposes, they'll have 2 downs to get it. As you know, they'll be going for it on 4th. The crowd, a capacity crowd for the 24th consecutive Sunday, on their feet. Kramer with time. LeCount again. Oh! He's got it. First down at the 20, and LeCount is the player of the second half. Allen Ellis defending on him. First down at the 20-yard line. 1:16 left. LeCount has been superb here down the stretch. He's out along with White and Richard. Split out. First down at the 20-yard line. Tommy Kramer fumbles the snap.
Oh, no!
Who's got it? I think Minnesota has recovered, and they have.
Boy.
Now the time with 52 seconds. LeCount has 6 catches for 121 yards. All of them coming down the stretch.
They have not used their timeouts yet. There's only 40 seconds left on the clock.
A field goal of no value. They've got to score. Down by 7. Kramer taking his time with 34 seconds. Gives to Brown. Brown is dropped. I don't understand.
Yeah, they're setting it up for a field goal.
All right, with 31-30, they need that field goal with a 1-point difference at the 19-yard line. Brown moving it inside. They're going to let it wind down now, Freddie, with 15. There it is, 12, 11, 10. They'll stop it, and then it's all up to Rick Danmeyer. Last week, the Vikings won a game when a field goal was missed with 1 second.
Yeah, they just decided if we're not going to win it, we're not going to give San Diego any more time on the clock.
Inside the 20-yard line is where it is. Isn't it something that you miss a point after that's a difference? But now he has a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah. Well, if an offense that moves the ball up and down the field like that, a field goal kicker is going to get his opportunities throughout the game.
Inside the 20, so step off 17 yards from there. Going to be kicking the ball at about the 40, be about 40 yards away. Now, Danmeyer this year, he kicked a 43-yarder last week. His longest of the year is 45. He is 10 of 11 this year. There is Bud Grant. You believe it? Comes down the last seconds of the last 2 games.
Well, he's got his head set off. He's a little bit more, he's working a little bit harder on that gum.
Boy, the pressure. There's Don Coryell.
Yeah. He's,
This is it.
yeah, sure is.
Going to be a 38-yard attempt.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout by San Diego to put a little bit more pressure on Danmeyer. Perhaps not.
Nor to hold. Kick by Danmeyer is up, and it is good.
Got it.
And the Minnesota Vikings have won it. The Vikings have won it. A remarkable victory by the Vikings, who have won their 4th in a row. They remain tied with Tampa Bay in first place of the NFC Central Division, and you have to give them unbelievable credit after missing that point after and coming right back.
Yeah, the pressure was right on Danmeyer, no doubt about it. I tell you, the Vikings, this could really make the Vikings season. They could just take off from here now. It's a stunning defeat for San Diego, but I tell you, what a game. I tell you, that was a great game.
And now Minnesota's got to return home against Philadelphia. Let's just look back at a great moment for Rick Danmeyer.
He was in this situation earlier, and he missed it. Look at him. He is so excited.
Two have now won 4 in a row. After they recovered that onside kick, it took them 6 plays to come to this.
Watch the snap by 51. A good snap, a good set, which he didn't have before. It was when he missed the extra point, it was a bad snap, but he got a good snap here, and he's very accurate. He's been a very improving player for them. And Bud Grant likes that consistency. Look at him. Boy, is he happy. Yes, sir. That's a great job.
What a game it sets up for next week in Metropolitan Stadium. Philadelphia unbeaten, 6-0 against the Vikings, 4-2. Right here on CBS. So that gives you an idea.
Ready for 60 minutes. San Francisco over Dallas 45-14. That was just one of many stunners. The Giants easy over the St. Louis Cardinals 34-14. The Giants are now 3-3. Denver downing Detroit 27-21 despite 185 yards by Billy Sims and 2 touchdowns in that game. And the game you just watched. Minnesota on a cliffhanger over San Diego 33-31 the final. Washington wins for the first time today over Chicago. The Bears are now now 1-5. 24-7 was the final there. Houston over Seattle, 35-17. Earl Campbell, his greatest day ever. 39 carries, 186 yards in that game. Kansas City shuts out Oakland, 27-0. The Raiders have been shut out 3 straight games. Next, Tampa Bay for the Raiders. And speaking of Tampa Bay, they win today over Green Bay, 21-10. So the Bucs remain tied with the Vikes in the NFC Central. Cincinnati downs Baltimore, 41-19 is the final in that game. The game of the day. Los Angeles on a last-second field goal downs Atlanta 37-35. But the main man right here, Leroy Irvin, 84 yards on this punt return. He also hauled one back, 75 yards, as the Rams stun the Falcons, and now the Rams and the Niners are tied. Pittsburgh over Cleveland, 13-7 was the final in that game. The Jets down New England, 28-24, and it was Philadelphia over New Orleans, 31-14, so the Eagles remain unbeaten and untied, and it was this play that did it for Dick Vermeil. On the turnover by the Saints, here came Frank LeMaster, and the Saints...
I hereby surrender and promise to be a good guy from now on. You surrender? You want me to sign that? Never! Upon due consideration, however,
He surrendered. The Pie Man surrendered.